Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, thanks. How's lockdown for you? As in, like, your schedule and stuff like that? We'd be training and stuff
Um,
like
Obviously my schedule's like, it's all out the window now. I ain't really got a schedule,
that?
but I'm still ticking over and I'm still doing bits and bobs when I can. So it's not too bad. I'm making the most of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not ideal, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Uh, has your gym, like, gives you, like, set programs to follow and stuff like that doing this in this lockdown?
mainly my S&C coach. He's got
Yeah.
me Johnny Velocity.
Yeah,
He's
just,
got an app and he's giving me sessions that he wants me to do.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I've been doing them. He gives me set runs. And the boxing side of it, I've just been ticking over. There's like not really much I can do other than that.
Yeah. So today I just wanted to talk about your career, basically. You know, you got started in boxing and through like your GB career, and then how you developed to a pro, and then obviously becoming a world champion. So how did you get started in boxing?
And basically through the kickboxing, so I was undefeated in the kickboxing, and then I wanted to make my hands better for the kickboxing.
Yeah,
So I joined the boxing gym, not really thinking about I was going to be a boxer.
yeah,
And then my coach seen that I was pretty good at boxing, so he basically was like, "There's nothing in kickboxing anymore." I'd beaten everyone, and it was costing my dad a lot of money.
yeah,
So he said it would make sense to go into boxing and try to pursue a career in that. So that's what I did.
yeah. Because I find from like, because I'm a boxing coach as well. A lot of the women around by where I'm from, a lot of women tend to start in kickboxing first. And like you say, there's a few girls who I know who've achieved what they could achieve in kickboxing, even went pro and that, and then there was nothing left for them. They turned over as a boxer. Uh,
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It like in kickboxing, it's very like welcoming to the females, so
yeah,
it's a bit more of a female-friendly sport.
yeah,
But then obviously you get to a level where you're not going to go any further, so you go into the boxing. But boxing's getting better. It's starting to
yeah.
welcome women, but it's still not catched up with the kickboxing yet, in that sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, recently, like you and the, like, so the last 2 years, 2 to 3 years has been like a boxing boom when it comes to females now, I find.
Yeah, I think it's since mainly that's due to Katie Taylor, I'd say.
Yeah,
Katie Taylor opened up the doors for women's boxing.
yeah, and I'd say I remember like Nicola Adams and that winning gold as well. I remember that helped in was that
Yeah,
2012, wasn't it? That she won the
just
first
give
gold.
women's boxing a bit more respect, I think.
Yeah. So what was your so you transitioned to amateur? How many amateur fights did you actually have altogether?
Over 100, had a fair
Yeah,
few.
yeah. It's like um, so you boxed in the Europeans, didn't you? I seen you boxed in the Europeans.
Yeah, the
How,
World, Europeans,
yeah.
and EU.
How did you find then? You know, from boxing like club shows, you know, like local club shows and stuff like that. How did you find transition onto like the GB set? Because I presume you went England GB. Uh,
Yeah, so I weren't on England for very long,
okay, yeah,
but the level was crazy. The women were a lot more tougher. So domestic, you can go in there and stop nearly everyone. You
yeah,
go into international scene and the women are just tough, like
yeah,
so tough. Just like different levels. You box with England GB, you're boxing international, so them countries are sending out their top girls. So
yeah, cool.
you're not going to get an easy fight. Well, sometimes you get an easy fight, but it'll be very rare.
Yeah. I was just saying, what was the setup like at GB? As in, like, you know, when you come into the setup, how was it structured for like as in, did you have your own nutritionist, your own, does everybody all do the same thing? Because I know there's a numerous amount of coaches there, but have you all got your own individual programs, or do you also like do the same sort of thing?
No, you all do the same thing. So
Yeah,
everybody does the same thing.
yeah,
Same nutritionist, same S&C coach, same coaches doing the tactics with you. So it's all very similar.
Would you as well? Would you, you know, when you was on the GB setup, because obviously you'd spar amongst the men and the women. Obviously, I've seen like videos of that, and the girls at my gym, they'll spar the lads. But did you ever get sparring in from abroad, and would you ever go abroad sparring, or was it always in like house?
No, so you was always multi-nation camps. So you always had
Yeah.
multi-nation camps and stuff. Yeah, I'd go overboard sparring. I think you the more different styles you have in sparring, the better. So when it comes to fight night, you've kind of got it in your trolley for them sort of styles. You got used to them.
Yeah. What was
So
your
you can
most? Yeah, sorry.
sorry, my dog's trying to jump on me.
Yeah, you're all right. What was your most? What was your best experience as an amateur? What was your best moment?
Probably it was winning the test event, VO test event. That was probably it, 'cause it was a massive confidence boost. I didn't qualify for VO, but I've beaten the girl that won the gold, and I beat her convincingly. So to me, that was like, it wasn't the Olympics, but if it was all done fairly, it would have proven that I would have beat her there as well.
Yeah. So what I've noticed about your style as well, I find that your style was more suited, especially that is more suited to pro than others. So,
It's staring.
like you look at like some some pro women, they've still got like kind of like pro men, they've got like an amateur style still, especially some of the turnover. I remember watching your debut and stuff like that, and I was like, she's suited to the pro straight away. The style, you like cut the ring off and put pressure on.
I think I always suited the pros more. I think that's why in the amateurs, I didn't get many. Sorry, I didn't get many. Stop it, Kobe. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't get many decisions.
Yeah.
Because my dog's going crazy. I didn't get many decisions. I think that's because of my style.
Yeah.
I mean, my dog's trying to bite me. Kobe, stop! You shit. Sorry about that.
It's all right, no problem.
My dog's trying to bite me. Right. Kobe, stop. Right, yeah.
Right. So when did you? At what point in your amateur career did you think, you know what, I'm gonna go pro?
I never really planned on going pro. It was when Katie Taylor come out. Sorry, my dog's going. Oh, stupid dogs. I'm gonna sit up here. It was when Katie Taylor turned pro.
Yeah.
I think that opened up a lot of doors for women, and I was planning to go to Australia because I was like, I've not got a major medal. I've not got the Olympic experience, so I was just going to go to Australia to work. But I was lucky enough to get a good deal, and it stemmed from there really. I thought I may as well have a go at it because I was promised the world, and it sounded like a dream. So I was like, I'll have a shot at this then.
Yeah. But as well, I might be mistaken, but you're signed with MTK, aren't you? Are you the first or one of the first women to get signed with them as well, aren't you? I think.
No, they've got a few women actually. Yeah, they've got quite a few women. Yeah. Not sure how many, but I weren't the first.
Oh, right, I thought you were, sorry. But you know, like your profile, because like your profile's quite high considering, like I get the Katie Taylor was the Olympic stuff like that, the matchroom thing, but I think you've got quite a high profile. Are you tied down to a promotion now, to an actual promoter?
Not well, kind of like I don't actually know what's going on because the corona.
Yeah.
So I think I am, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Corona's kind of just messed everything up.
Yeah. So, when you first turned pro, I'll skip a little bit when you first turned pro with the coaches you was with. I'll skip that. But when you linked up with Jamie Moore and his stable, how did you find that you fitted in straight away there? Because I know he's got a thriving stable and Jamie's got a lot of experience. How did you?
Straight away, I just felt comfortable around him all. It's such a good vibe and good atmosphere, so I gelled straight away.
Yeah. What did he make? What adjustments did he make with you? Because obviously every coach has got their own philosophy. Every coach has got their own philosophy, and they don't want to change you too much if you win, because you was on winning ways anyway. But what did he improve?
Maybe just going through my gears, not going 100 miles per hour all the time. Like sometimes it's coming off the ball and just like go and have a bit of have a breather. So go and chill out for a bit and then start back up again.
Yeah.
So mainly like breaking me down, like going through gears and getting people out of there. So like preparing people so that I break them instead of just going in there like trying to beat them up from the off, like break their heart sort of thing.
Yeah, going through the gears. Yeah. So you won the IBO title. Can you tell us more about that and what that was like? I mean, that actual fight and how like you got prepared because it's a big deal. You know what I mean? Your first world title, and you think quite quick, really. I mean, I know women tend to get like the depth ain't as big, but within what fight did you win the title? How many fights?
It was my fifth fight.
Yeah, and that's quite a lot. That's quite to win it quite quick like that.
Yeah, I can't remember who I even boxed for the world title, to be fair. I can't remember who I boxed for it.
Hang on one second, I'll check it. Was it Obenefo and Obenefo?
Oh, was that from
hang on, what in a fifth Leicester Arena?
Oh Jesus, yeah, it was the world title. Yeah, that was a good fight. Obviously, she went on to stop Tasha Jonas.
Yeah.
I stopped Obenef. She was good. She was cocky. She was confident and cocky.
Yeah.
But I was just too much for her. I was too strong.
That's.
But yeah, it was great. It was my first world title, but obviously it's not a major world title, so I was happy, but I wasn't like ecstatic. I was just like, I want a WBC, WBI, WBA, IBS. So I was ecstatic, but I had bigger plans.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, I've always said about the we had a debate on this channel last week about the IBO, and they were saying, some people don't recognise it, but there's 4 belts, and then now they have more belts. They have more belts. They have the super champion. They have the gold champion. They have the diamond. It's ridiculous now. So what's the harm in having another belt? I understand it's not as prestigious as the 4, but still, like obviously the big fight for you would be like the Katie Taylor fight. That's the huge fight, and I understand it's a rivalry, and I bet you're sick of your name being linked to hers. But so everyone mentions it. But I think everybody needs a rival, regardless. I think she needs, like Froch needed Groves, Eubank needed Ben. You need to. I think in order to get the public behind you, you need a rivalry.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a good fight as well. Like, if it happens, it'll be a great fight. I've got a lot of respect for Katie. She's an amazing boxer, but I just think I'm capable of beating her. So obviously that's the fight. That's my dream fight. But there's other girls out there that I want to beat as well. So I'm not fully focused on Katie. Me and Katie, I think for Britain, it would be such a good fight. And it would like get people seeing that women can really fight. Because I think our styles would gel for a blockbuster. But just got to get her to take that fight.
Yeah, well, I think at a point, if you both keep winning, it's got to happen, and I think he could actually headline.
It would be great. It's a great display for it will be a great display for women's boxing because we're both hungry, we've both got heart, we both like to fight. It would be great, So hopefully it does come off.
I think as you get that with big fights as well. I think you get with fights where sometimes bit hyped up fights don't end up living up to the expectation. But I think there's no way that you and her can't be a good fight. There's no way.
Yeah, I think it's our styles. Our styles are just make an explosive fight.
I think if you both try to go out and box, it might. I think if you both might have a game plan. Right, we're going to take it steady. But I just think the first exchange, I think you could just like.
It would just be lively, definitely.
Yeah. What other girls do you see yourself? I mean, I know the corona's messed everything up and that, but like, did you have any fights lined up? What you can talk about? I understand that you can't.
I was meant to be boxing for the world title in May, but obviously corona's messed that up. So there's plenty of girls out there for me now.
What show was that on?
It wasn't announced or anything, so I can't really say.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a big platform. It was it would have been great, but just have to be patient again. Wait for another shot.
So obviously, once this is all over, and let's say things do get back to normal, what do you see in your next 12 months?
I want more than one world title, so I want to win the world title that I'm up for, and then I want to go on to challenge the other champions. So I want to start cleaning up. I want to clean up well, lightweight's going to be tricky because Katie's got all the belts. Yeah. So I need to fight Katie for that. But super lightweight, if I can clean up some of them belts, I'll be happy. Then if I get the fight with Katie, obviously, all the belts are on the line then anyway.
How do you find making lightweight now? Can you still, because I know you went up to lightweight.
It's obviously tougher, but I feel like I'm better. I perform a lot better at lightweight.
Yeah, but I suppose you just go down to lightweight because it's a big fight with Katie Taylor, regardless. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your, so what would you normally do? You know, your conditioning side of things. You know, you said your conditioning side of things. So, explain to me. So, because everybody does things different. So you're making weight.
Yeah.
Would you do, because like you hear now, a lot of boxers do like water loading and water cutting and stuff like that. Would you just weight gradually through camp and drop the last couple of pounds of the week of the fight, or?
So I do it gradually, so it's not dangerous.
Yeah.
So I do it gradually, and then fight week, just like the last couple. So I do it safe.
Was there any, I mean, I know you're going to name, was there any difference in between how you, because you had the same teaching coaches, and what you do now is what you had in your former camp, in your old camp?
Yeah, it's a lot different. They're completely different coaches.
Okay.
So both great coaches. I'm never going to say any different, but I'm just a lot happier with Jamie and Nudge.
Yeah, because he's based in Manchester, and Jamie Moore.
Yeah.
So do you, because you're from Northampton, and do you travel back and forth, or do you base yourself at Manchester?
No, I just stay up there Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Do you help out with any female boxing in your old amateur boxing club, or the GB setup or stuff like that? Do you ever help out?
No, I'll go down to my Northampton amateur club and help out there.
Oh, good. I think that's about it. Thank you very much for speaking to.
No, you're
It's an honour to have you on, to be honest with you. But is there anything you'd like to add? You'd like to thank some sponsors or anything like that?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors that have supported me throughout this pandemic.
Yeah.
Obviously, without your sponsors, like, you can't be a full-time athlete, and obviously it's a stressful time for everyone. So the sponsors that have carried on supporting me, I want to say a massive thank you, and thank you to my team, MTK Global, and Jamie Moore and Nigel Travis.
Yeah. Okay, Chantelle, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No, it's my pleasure.
Thank you.
See you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.